Canned foods seem like harmless pantry staples, cheap, quick, and reliable. But some cans are loaded with hidden dangers that could silently impact your health. We're talking about BPA from can linings, heavy metals, and even bacteria from improper storage. These risks can build up over years, especially for seniors, who are more vulnerable to heart, kidney, and memory issues. That's why it's crucial to know what's really in your pantry. Today I'll reveal 7 canned foods you should avoid and 2 that are actually safe. Let's dive in and help you stock your pantry with confidence. Let's get into it. Let's start with Vienna sausages, a nostalgic snack for many, often found in lunchboxes or as a quick bite on the go. They're small, soft, and easy to eat, which is why they've been a pantry staple for generations. But here's the catch. They're loaded with sodium, often delivering a huge chunk of your daily limit in just one serving. In fact, a single can can contain more than half of what's recommended for an entire day, making it easy to go overboard without realizing it. High sodium is a major risk for blood pressure, heart, and kidney health, especially for seniors. Over time, too much salt can strain your heart and kidneys, increasing the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and other serious health problems. These sausages also contain nitrites, which are added as preservatives. When processed or digested, nitrites can form nitrosamines, chemicals that have been linked to cancer in several studies. This is a concern not just for Vienna sausages, but for many processed meats. The can lining often contains BPA, a chemical that can disrupt hormones and increase cancer risk. BPA is used to keep the can from rusting, but it can leach into the food, especially when the contents are fatty or salty. The fatty, salty liquid in the can makes BPA leaching even more likely, raising concerns about long-term exposure to this chemical. There's also a small but real risk of botulism if the can is damaged. Dented, bulging, or rusted cans should always be avoided, as they can harbor dangerous bacteria. For anyone with heart or kidney issues, the combination of salt, preservatives, and chemicals is especially dangerous. Even healthy adults should think twice before making Vienna sausages a regular part of their diet. Vienna sausages are a convenience food that comes with too many health risks. The ease of opening a can just isn't worth the potential long-term damage to your body. There are far better protein options out there. Think grilled chicken, fish, beans, or eggs. These foods offer nutrition without the added chemicals and excess salt. Skip these little sausages and protect your long-term health. Your body will thank you for making smarter choices. Move on to safer choices. Fresh, whole foods that nourish and support your health every day. Canned tuna is often seen as a healthy, protein-rich staple, but it's also a source of mercury, a neurotoxin that accumulates in larger fish like albacore. Mercury exposure can cause memory problems, mood changes, and worsen neurological conditions, especially in older adults. Another risk is scombroid poisoning caused by histamine buildup if tuna isn't properly refrigerated before canning. Symptoms can mimic an allergic reaction, flushing, headache, and even nausea. Seniors and those with heart issues are more vulnerable to these effects. If you eat canned tuna, choose light or skipjack varieties which are lower in mercury. Limit consumption to once or twice a week. Always avoid tuna that tastes peppery or metallic. Even healthy foods can have hidden dangers, so be selective. Read labels and know your fish. Stay informed to protect your brain and heart. Make smarter seafood choices. Canned soups are the ultimate comfort food, offering warmth and nostalgia with every spoonful. But behind that familiar taste, there's a hidden danger. Most canned soups are loaded with sodium, far more than you might expect. A single serving can contain over half your daily sodium limit, sometimes even more. This excess sodium can spike your blood pressure, putting extra strain on your heart and kidneys, especially if you eat canned soup regularly. There's another concern too: the lining inside many cans. In acidic soups like tomato, chemicals from the lining such as BPA can leach into your food, especially when the soup is heated. BPA is a chemical linked to hormone disruption, developmental issues, and even an increased risk of certain cancers. It's especially concerning for children, pregnant women, and older adults. Additives like MSG, modified starches, and artificial flavors are often added to boost taste and texture, but they also make these soups highly processed and less healthy overall. Even reduced sodium versions can still be surprisingly high in salt. So don't be fooled by the label. Always check the actual numbers. The healthiest option, make your own soup at home where you control the ingredients and salt. If you buy canned, look for labels that say low sodium, 140 milligrams or less per serving, and BPA free. Take time to read every label carefully. Don't let the convenience of canned soup come at the cost of your long-term health. Small choices add up over time. Your heart and kidneys will thank you for making smarter choices, and you'll feel better in the long run. Choose wisely when reaching for soup. Homemade is always best, packed with nutrients and flavor without the hidden risks. Stay vigilant in the soup aisle and remember, your health is worth the extra effort. Canned chili is a quick, filling meal, but it's a nutritional minefield that many people don't realize can have long-term health consequences. Most brands are packed with sodium and saturated fat, both of which raise your risk for heart disease and high blood pressure. In fact, just one serving can contain more than half your daily recommended sodium, and the saturated fat content can be surprisingly high for such a small portion. The ground beef used is often high in unhealthy fats, and the can lining may contain BPA, especially with acidic fatty chili. BPA is a chemical that can leach into your food and has been linked to hormone disruption and other health issues. Preservatives and additives like caramel color and yeast extract add to the chemical load. These ingredients are used to enhance flavor and shelf life, but they can also contribute to inflammation and other health problems over time. This combination is especially hard on older adults and anyone with heart or kidney concerns. For those already managing chronic conditions, these hidden dangers can make symptoms worse or complicate treatment. The risks add up over time, making canned chili a poor choice for regular meals. Eating it occasionally might not seem harmful, but frequent consumption can quietly undermine your health. If you love chili, make it at home with lean meat or beans and control the salt yourself. Homemade chili lets you add more vegetables, use healthier oils, and skip the unnecessary additives. Avoid the triple threat of sodium, saturated fat, and BPA by choosing fresh ingredients and cooking from scratch. Homemade chili is healthier, more flavorful, and just as satisfying, plus you know exactly what's in every bite. Don't let convenience outweigh your health. Taking a little extra time to prepare your own food can pay off in the long run. Read labels and choose better options, or opt for low sodium and BPA-free cans if you must buy prepared chili. Your heart will thank you for making smarter, healthier choices every day. Canned fruit sounds healthy, but if it's packed in heavy syrup, it's a sugar bomb. Heavy syrup is loaded with added sugars, often from high fructose corn syrup. Just half a cup can contain nearly your entire daily limit of added sugar. This spikes blood sugar, strains your pancreas, and increases your risk for diabetes and heart disease. For seniors, managing blood sugar is especially important. The acidic, sugary syrup can also leach BPA from the can lining. The result? A double hit of sugar and chemicals. Always choose fruit packed in water or its own juice and rinse it to remove excess sugar. Fresh or frozen fruit is even better. Don't be fooled by the fruit label. Read the ingredients. Avoid heavy syrup and protect your health. Make smarter fruit choices. Canned pasta meals like rings and tomato sauce are ultra-processed and nutritionally empty. The pasta is made from refined flour, offering little fiber or nutrients. These meals are loaded with sodium, often exceeding 1,000 milligrams per can. For kids, this sets up unhealthy habits. For adults, it's a recipe for high blood pressure. Additives, preservatives, and added sugars make these meals even less healthy. The sauce is often thin and sugary, masking the metallic taste from the can. You're left with empty calories, excess salt, and little nutrition. Skip the canned pasta and make your own with whole wheat noodles and a simple sauce. It's healthier, tastier, and just as quick. Don't trade nutrition for convenience. Choose real food over processed cans. Canned vegetables can be healthy if you choose wisely. Most standard cans are packed in salty brine, adding unnecessary sodium to your diet. This extra salt can quickly add up, raising blood pressure and straining your heart and kidneys. The can lining may also contain BPA, though the risk is lower than with acidic foods. The solution? Choose no salt added canned vegetables. These contain just the vegetable and water, preserving nutrition without the sodium overload. If you want more flavor, add your own herbs or a pinch of salt at the table. Always check for BPA-free cans when possible. A simple swap makes a big difference for your health. Read labels and make the healthier choice. Now for a canned food you can feel good about. Beans. Canned beans are packed with fiber, plant-based protein, and essential nutrients. They help lower cholesterol, stabilize blood sugar, and support digestive health. Choose low-sodium or no-salt-added versions for the healthiest option. If you only find regular beans, rinse them well to remove up to 40% of the sodium. Beans are versatile, affordable, and support heart and muscle health. Add them to salads, soups, or enjoy as a side. Canned beans are a pantry staple you can trust. Stock up and enjoy the benefits. Canned tomatoes are another safe and healthy pantry staple if you choose BPA-free cans. They're rich in lycopene, a powerful antioxidant linked to lower cancer and heart disease risk. The canning process actually makes lycopene more available to your body. Always look for BPA-free on the label, since tomatoes' acidity can increase chemical leaching. Check for low sodium and avoid pre-seasoned or sauced varieties with added salt or sugar. Plain canned tomatoes are a nutritional powerhouse for sauces, soups, and stews. Processing can sometimes boost nutrition. This is one example. Read labels and choose wisely. Canned tomatoes are convenient, affordable, and healthy. Make them a pantry staple. Not all canned foods are created equal. Avoid the 7 we discussed to protect your heart, kidneys, and long-term health. Stick to low-sodium canned beans and BPA-free canned tomatoes for safe, nutritious options. Read every label and know what you're buying. Small, informed choices add up to a healthier life. If you found this helpful, like and subscribe for more food deep dives. Let us know in the comments which canned foods you want us to review next. Stay safe and be well.